Hi, friends. Oh, I just realized I left my tea over there, and I'm literally blocked from getting over there to my tea. So, no, I'm not going to pretend I have tea. But I do have tea. It's over there. No, I really wish I had my tea. I'm tealess. It's very sad. It's very sad. Now I'm conflicted. I was gonna close these blinds. Can you see better there? Maybe you can. I don't know. It just seems so dark. I'm actually gonna be replacing these curtains soon because I've decided they're too dark. Let's talk about that. Item number 1 for today's vlog with the sucky seamstress. Not a sewing video. I've realized for the 1000th time, but also kind of for the first time, that my life is centered around other people. I spend a great deal of my day thinking about, how will other people react to this? What will my friends think? My specific thoughts recently, though, have been about my home. Whenever I am decorating my home or getting furniture for my home or planning my home layout, I'm always thinking about what if friends visit? What would friends expect? What would friends like to see? What is normal? For the most part, that's how I've decorated my spaces forever. And other than having a Victorian home with all of the beautiful furniture and decor that comes with it, which is just not something that's possible right now, what would I like to see? I mean, I live here 24/7. Right now, 24/7 anyway. What would I love to see my space? And so I've been going through like Instagram videos, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, pictures on my phone. I have a million pictures. I'm one of those people who screenshots. I know. My handsome hubby laughs at me how many pictures I have screenshotted. Like decor ideas that I just love, and outside of the Victorian ones, because I'm cool with mixing aesthetics to a point, but I don't want to put a bunch of like Victorian furniture in my very modern townhome, unless I'm willing to like fully transform like the walls and the doorways and add wood and fully transform the inside of my townhome, which I am not, because I hope to eventually buy a house into a Victorian space. I don't really want to Victorianize it. I had Victorian furniture. Oh, have I told you guys this? I had the most beautiful Victorian furniture set from the late 1880s that was built in France. It was this dining table, these chairs, I'm gonna start crying, a buffet and a matching buffet and matching hutch. Stunning, beautiful woodwork. There was some wood damage here and there, but I had found it in this antique store, fell in love, and handsome hubby haggled them down to the most amazing price. And I had found like some chairs and like a modern Victorian inspired couch to go with it in my living room, and I love them. I used to sit in my living room in my house back in Utah, and I just sit there and stare lovingly at my beautiful furniture and dream of the day it could go in a house where it'd actually look perfect in that room. instead of in the front room of my house in Utah, which it looked rather odd in, and because, you know, Victorian furniture is large and grand and carved and beautiful, it all looked rather packed in. And because when we moved here, I made the sacrifice of selling it, and to this day, I kind of regret that. I mean, I know there would never have been room for it here in the townhouse. It would have had to go in storage. I would have had to like carefully figure out how to wrap it so it'd be perfect. When we lost jobs earlier, I mean, this is not the first time we've lost jobs. It probably would have ended up getting sold anyway because we wouldn't have been able to keep up the payments on where it'd be in storage. I mean, I'm rambling. Anyway, you guys. So aside from the Victorian aesthetic, I love curves in my furniture. I love color. I love shapes. Cherry wood is like the cherry wood color is like my favorite. I love bright colors. I love bright patterns and stuff. And if you came into my house right now, you'd be like, I don't really see that. In fact, I've actually had friends come over to my house, my townhouse, my apartments after, you know, knowing me for a while and looking around and going, this is not what I imagined when I thought about where you lived and how it would look. And that's because I've always tried to make my living spaces look like comfortably mainstream for when people visit, which is weird. I know, that's how my brain works. We're going to get into how my brain works next. Ooh, fun. So I was talking to Handsome Hubby about it. Well, just this morning, but also before. And I said, you know, once there are jobs and financial security, I would really love to redecorate. Start redecorating spaces into something that says me and says us, but really just me, because his decorating style is, this is all my tech and this is all the trash I've collected for the past several years. So he's not allowed to decorate. But me, like, I want more of what makes me happy when I walk into a space, what brings me joy when I see pictures, what makes my eyes light up and I go, oh, it must be so wonderful to live there. And whether or not people like it when they come over, well, that's not my problem, because this is my space. It's gonna be hard for me. I'm gonna probably have to retell myself this lesson several times. Oh, I totally forgot my belt. Ah, my belt. Oh well. I think it's upstairs. But I mean, oftentimes we decorate our spaces out of necessity. I mean, a couple of our furniture pieces are just what we could afford and find when we needed that thing, and, you know, so none of them match, which I'm okay with. I don't need big matching sets of furniture. But some of them I've never really been happy with. It's just what we have, so that's what I went with. At this point in my life, I feel like it's time to kind of get on the, hey, what makes you happy train. I mean, probably should have hopped on that way earlier, but, you know, getting woke. I think I used that wrong. Anyway, so decor. It's gonna be a change. Might talk to you about my plans, might just do a before and after, and you'll be like, what? Oh my gosh, I never want to visit there, or I totally want to visit there, or should we send you help? Mental health. my mental health to be specific. This is another something I wanted to talk about. That's kind of why I'm over here in front of the curtains instead of in front of my super messy sewing workspace area. Because I knew I had some more serious things to talk about a little bit. There's something I want to talk about, and I hope I know how to talk about it using the appropriate verbiage and whatnot. And if I do not, I apologize. Oftentimes on my posts, my videos, comments are made. I get DMs, messages. I've even gotten some emails from people expressing that I probably have ADHD, or just assuming that I have ADHD. And I would like to talk to you, my audience, about this. So you know, as an adult, I have been tested for ADHD, and it turns out I don't fit enough parameters and whatnot. They don't believe I have ADHD. I do have 2 to 3 tendencies that are very similar or just alike some of the ones that people with ADHD have. But there are some big serious tendencies and whatnot that I don't have, that don't fit the ADHD profile and requirements and whatnot. A lot of what I have actually stems from some anxiety and stress, and mental health issues, dealing with mostly trying not to cry, you guys. I don't particularly enjoy getting this real on videos, but stemming from PTSD. When a series of unfortunate events happen in your life, and they build upon each other, it can cause specific responses and stress-related issues. By the way, if you're hearing children screaming, it's because children are outside screaming. Can't do anything about it. They are not my children. Anyway, basically a lot of the issues I have been so long-term at this point. They feel insurmountable. And so when I emotionally vomit about them online, and seem so hopeless about them, that is why, because I've had them forever, because I have had a lot of these PTSD issues without realizing it, because it was not brought to my attention until later until I was in my adulthood, since I was fairly young, and different issues popped up. I have a plethora of life events that usually people have like 1, 2, maybe 3, and I have like 15. So it's caused a commotion in my emotional health, and I work on it. I'll tell you, it's part of what drew me to being a psych major in college. And I would be in classes, and I would be reading things and learning new things, and I would be sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is how they diagnosed me. This makes so much sense. And it was kind of amazing to come up through the back end of things to realize how my therapists and counselors came to the deductions that they made and whatnot with me. And it's actually been immensely helpful for my personal growth. In fact, the courses and track that I took, learning to be a life coach, bet you didn't know. I took courses to be a life coach, never certified, but I did take courses to be a life coach. What do they say? If you can't do, teach. Really helped me understand so much about how what I've been through has carried over into how I respond to my environment, and why my responses to the world tend to be so much different than others. And I have to say, though, I have several friends, two very, very close friends, who have been diagnosed with ADHD. And because I have a few things in common with them, it is nice to be able to commiserate with them. I often feel, this is a weird comment coming, I often feel a little left out because people with ADHD, now everyone's different, but there are similar medications and practices that are used to help those with ADHD. And so they'll be talking to each other, you know, with me around about, you know, oh, the medication, oh, I tried this one, that one didn't work for me, but this does, and blah, blah, blah. And I talk with my counselor about this and this and this, and this is what, and I feel a little left out because I think, boy, it would be nice if there was like a set type of medications that I could just, well, not just take, but that I could take that are known to help with these issues. But because mine are very specific to the damage that has been caused to my mental and emotional health over the years, there isn't. I also get a lot of comments and well, more messages than anything about, you know, taking medications and whatnot. And I know you all mean well, and I know you mean the best, but that is none of your business. And whether I do or don't is between me and my therapist. I will let you know I do have a therapist, so you don't need to worry on that account. Can we take a big cleansing breath together? Okay, ready? In for 4 counts. I forgot to tell you, so I kind of counted, but you do in for 4 slow counts, hold for 4 slow counts, out for 4 slow counts. Just kind of calms, resets. Now that I've calmed and reset, I totally forgot where I was going from here. I'm sorry if that was very heavy for you. Let's move on to something fun. So a while ago, a friend of mine mentioned that I should make an Amazon wish list, which I think is a weird idea because you make a list and you post it somewhere and you say, hey people, if you want to buy me something, you can buy me something from this list, and it automatically gets sent to me. But since I don't have a P.O. box, because I can't afford one right now, have you ever looked at how much P.O. boxes cost? We had one when we first moved to Washington. Yeah, it's like $300 for a 6-month period of time. It's a lot of money. So yeah, no. You should make like an Amazon wish list. And I didn't know how to post it or whatever, so over on my Facebook page, which is private, by the way, if you ever message me with a friend request on Facebook, you will not be added as a friend. And that is because I keep Facebook, which is kind of old school at this point, but Facebook specifically for family and like close friends that I have met that I know personally that are in my like world bubble, okay? Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean, you know, that you're not my friend. It just means if you need to get a hold of me, you can message me here or message me over on Instagram. Instagram is better. Message me on Instagram. But yeah, that's why you're not going to get friended on Facebook, because I say Facebook for like, you know, those really tight friendship stuffs. Anyway, but I had made a comment on Facebook before my last Facebook cleansing, which is basically where you go through and you're like, I don't even remember who this person is, and you unfriend them. About making an Amazon thing and how, you know, why Amazon? Why not this company or Her Universe, which is an amazing company that I love. And I had posted a picture of an item, and I was like, you know, why get items from Amazon when you could be a hobbit? Well, someone that I deleted and then added once this showed up at my house, sent me a hobbit cloak from Her Universe. It's amazing. It is got to be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's right. Okay. So it's like like the cloaks that the elves gave to the hobbits. It's beautiful. It goes to like knee length. In the front, it's got these like the elvish leaves, and she also sent me the leaf pin. It's very little though, and I know where it is. It's on my table, buried, so I don't have that to show you, but you know the leaf pin. It basically looks like this. And it buttons across the front and then underneath, and it is lined with this beautiful Lord of the Rings fabric that has Sting, the sword, and the leaf pin, and then the leaf, and then the ring with the writing, if you can see that. And then it has a hood, and it's this beautiful, like, kind of deep foresty emerald green with a touch of kind of teal to it, and it's just, I love it. So Maria, you are staying on my Facebook friends list because you were the sweetest person. I can't believe I made a random comment on Facebook and you just sent me something. This keeps happening to me. Part of me is like, make more random comments places so you can get awesome stuff. But I also feel very self-conscious about that. Anyway, I love it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Her Universe, if you do not shop there, and no, this is not a paid endorsement or anything. I just love their stuff. It's like fandom themed. They have lots of Disney stuff. They have, I think they have Marvel stuff, which is also Disney. That's so weird. But obviously Lord of the Rings, just all sorts of cool stuff, not just clothes, but all sorts of stuff. I love them. They're amazing. I always want 50 million of their things, and now I have this, which is awesome. I'm going to segue from that into what I like to wear. I had a couple comments a week or so ago. My concept of time is kind of messed up. About comments on the live video I did on Instagram last week, right? This week? Was that this week? No, it was on Sunday. It was this past Sunday. I went live, if you didn't know, which was my first time ever going live. So my video is slightly hilarious because I keep mentioning how I'm going live. Like, that is the most amazing thing ever. I actually have a friend who makes YouTube videos who's like, if you are so random and don't script your videos and don't edit your videos and why don't you just go live instead of making videos? And I thought about that. Here are my reasons. One, I do edit a little bit. I try, if the lighting's super bad, I try to fix it a little. I often add background music. I tend to cut out like the first part of the video and the very last part when I'm turning the camera off and on. And if people comment on the live, it is very distracting to me, which I'm sure is funny, but not when I'm trying to make a video. So, but doing the live was kind of fun, and seeing people like comment while I'm doing it was also very fun. So in the future, I might do another live or something just because. But I had been extra dressed up because I went out that morning, and I had some kind of victory roll curls and my cute little pink hat, and I got a lot of messages from people saying how much they loved my hair, but why didn't I curl the bottom of my hair, and some links to like how to do historical hairstyles so I know how to do the bottom of my hair and whatnot. And I just wanted to point out another thing. I know I'm basically I'm using this video to comment on people who comment on me, which probably isn't the best thing to do, but here we go. Let me tell you a little bit about my style. Now, the majority of what I like to wear is kind of retro, 1950s, 1960s inspired. I really love the silhouette with the big skirts, and I find the clothes very flattering and pretty, and they make me happy, and I like the way I look in them and the way I feel in them. So that's why I wear them. But occasionally I throw in something modern. I throw in something Victorian or Victorian inspired. It's not a cut and dry thing. I do know how to do a brush out with my hair and put it in a net and make it look all awesome. I chose not to do that with my hair. Instead, I just curled the ends under that day and left it at that. Because I'm not a cut and dry like the people who wear specifically, like I wear 1952 every single day and have to do a historical hairstyle with historical makeup, historical clothes, blah, 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 every day. To me, that's kind of like a costume that they're wearing every day. Yes, it is their clothes. Yes, that is their clothes and how they choose to dress every day. But because it's from a past era and it's very, very specific, it does feel like it's a costume that they choose to wear every day. And that's not me. For me, I'm choosing to wear inspirations from these different time periods and whatnot that make me happy. That's why the majority of my clothes are not actual historical clothes. Also, historical clothes in my size don't really exist because they tended to get passed down and then cut down to a smaller size. But also, I don't really like the idea of wearing actual historical clothing. I want those to be preserved. Other than hats, I love historical hats. The pink hat I wore in my video is an actual 1950s historical hat I bought in an antique shop, and I love it, and I have some others, and I plan to wear more this year. But for example, today, this dress is on the border of 1940, 1950s inspired dress. But my hairstyle isn't specifically inspired by that. I've got this cute headband a lady from work made me years ago. Hair's in a braid. I've got, I'd say modern makeup, but I don't know. This is the makeup I do. Though I did do redhead mascara today. I'm not sure I like it. Very few people go from pale eyelashes to have it keeping them in their from their childhood to keeping them in their adulthood. So that's why I think pale eyelashes actually don't look that natural on adults, because they're not. Now there are always exceptions to that, but for the majority of the time, most adults have black eyelashes, and so that's why I think it doesn't really look natural like they think it will. But anyways, you know, and I've got my big wooden earrings that I absolutely love that are more modern, and my cuff, which I had to wear because it has a butterfly on it, and I absolutely love butterflies. They make me happy, which is why I'm wearing everything that I'm wearing, because it makes me happy. I need to end soon or my camera will cut me off, because that's what it does. Maybe someday I will figure that out or get a better camera. It's a more serious video today. It's a vlog. You run the risk of getting something more serious. Coming up, projects in this fabric, and many more. I'm currently working on projects for Emerald City Comic Con. One of them turns out the understructure is going to take a little extra work, so had to put that one aside while I ordered some things. Now working on the second group project costume, but should work out, should be amazing. Super excited. And yeah, I got a great response to my Sunday's extra content video, which was basically a fail video on me trying to put a ruffler foot on my machine and failing. So that was fun. Tune in for this Sunday's, I don't know, extra content video on something. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Isn't that half the fun? Bye, friends.